Mid-American Conference Football Media Day 2021. We begin with the Toledo Rockets and head coach Jason Candle. Coach, appreciate the time very much. A lot of guys coming back. What does that enable you to do for this season?
I think it's an exciting time for our program. I mean, it's a unique season coming off the COVID year, and a lot of veteran guys back, a very mature group of guys, a lot of guys on our team that have their undergrad degree in their hand, even a couple guys that have their master's degree in hand already. So very mature group, a fun group to coach. You know, you're not spending your time on all on life skills stuff, which sometimes when you have a young team, that's what that becomes the main thing. But you can really coach football and really get down to business, and it's, like I said, it's a great group of guys to be around.
A lot of veteran leadership on that offensive line, particularly with Tyson, who's been banged up and injured his seventh year, senior. What does that enable you to do? Your center that's played so many games, knows the program. Is that a big advantage?
Bryce is a tremendous leader. Bryce is a guy that's been through the thick, the thin, and had some tough moments at Toledo. He was part of a championship football team and part of some teams that didn't maybe reach their full potential. But a guy that we really count on and lean on for more than what he provides as a player. You know, everybody knows he's a great player, but he's a tremendous human being. He's a very mature guy. He's married already. He has 2 degrees in hand, and really gives more than what he takes, and has been a model citizen and a pinnacle of our program for the last 6 years.
And we're speaking about Bryce Harris, the center. Does that give you an advantage because he makes the line calls? He does. I mean, there's not much that he's going to see that he hasn't seen before.
Well, I mean, injuries are part of football. Things happen, and unforeseen circumstances do pop up. And when those things are, sometimes it's chaos around you, and you want the guy that's got his hand on the ball the entire time to be a model of consistency, and I think that's what he's been for us so far this year, for his career, and will be this year.
4-2 last year. Defense made a pretty big leap. You have 2 co-defensive coordinators that are new. Kind of a strange year to come in and bring them in. Do you expect that group to even kind of ascend a little bit more?
Well, it was hard. It was hard to have that change happen in a year that you couldn't spend a lot of time with your guys through the spring and the summer. But I thought they did a tremendous job, and I think the main thing what they did a really good job of was instilling a belief system in our guys that they could play championship defense at Toledo. We return everybody back into 2 deep on defense, which is a huge thing, and it's a good group of guys that are very talented and very mature. So it allows you to be more multiple and allows you to do different things. But I thought Vince Karras and Craig Kulagowski, those guys, and that whole defensive staff really did a great job of giving the players a great message, and the players did a great job of carrying that message out.
You have a couple of really tough non-conference games, Notre Dame, Colorado State. How do you view those? I mean, is that, if I'm a player, I'm like, yeah, let's go show them what we can do.
Opportunity. I mean, tremendous opportunity for our young people to be, in those arenas. We played at Colorado State in 19, and they're coming back to us this year on the back end of a home and home. And Toledo's been a place that's always attracted really good non-conference opponents. But I think that non-conference schedule sets the table for what you want to do, and you want to return here on December 4th and get back here to Ford Field, and that's the goal of every team right now. And as you know, everybody's undefeated now. So, but yeah, I think that helps set the table and really kind of gives you a gauge of what your team's going to be.
When you look at some of the keys for this group, if I could say, okay, if this goes well, you're going to be in pretty good shape, what would you say?
I think continue to grow as a football team. We have a mature group, but you're only as strong as your weakest link. Our young players got to get up to speed on how things work, and this year's been somewhat of a return to a normal lifestyle through the summer, and hopefully will be for fall camp in the season. So we've been able to have a little bit more of that than years past. So I think we're excited about that, just excited about the growth process. But I think the key thing there is to continue to grow as one and really learn from the adverse moments that come up during the season, because we know those are coming.
How anxious are you to get back to playing football at the Glass Bowl with fans, with cheerleading, the whole experience that is college football?
Well, I think the pageantry of college football is what was missed last year. We have some seniors that have come back and decided to take an extra year of eligibility, and I think that had a major part to do with it. I mean, senior day at the Glass Bowl with no fans and maybe your parents there is not the script that you maybe started out with. So being able to have a true senior day, being able to have our a unique fan base that we do have, and a very one that's very passionate about our program and our product back in the stands, I think we couldn't be more excited about that.
Jason Candle, head coach of the Toledo Rockets. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah, I appreciate you very much.
All right, Jason Candle. We're going to step aside, take a quick time out. On the other side of the break, we will hear from a couple of the Rockets players. We're at Mid-American Conference Media Day, Ford Field in Michigan, here on cleveland.com and M Live.
When it comes to selling you a mattress, most retailers are handing you a line. A long line of extra steps that drive up costs and create confusion. At the Original Mattress Factory, we simplify the mattress shopping experience by building mattresses and box springs in our own local factories and selling them direct to you. It's short, sweet, and simply makes sense. So experience more than just the mattress store. Experience an original, the Original Mattress Factory.
Mid-American Conference Football Media Day continues with a couple of Toledo Rockets players. Center Bryce Harris, a seventh-year senior, has been banged up. And we also have another graduate, Tyson Anderson, a safety from the Rockets. Guys, appreciate the time. Bryce, let me talk to you. Came back for, it will be your seventh season. You redshirted, you were injured, COVID. What brought you back?
I could sit here and talk about that for 30 minutes to an hour. But, you know, just to make it short, you know, the main thing was I felt like, you know, that six game season wasn't enough, you know, to show my talents the way I wanted to. And also, you know, me coming back, I was able to finish up my master's program and get my degree. So, you know, those two were the main important things. So, you know, I'm just glad that I'm back. I'm glad that I'm healthy. I'm glad I got my degree. You know, everything seems to be going the way that I planned on it. So I'm happy to be back.
Are you completely healthy? That was the next question. I want to hear you say that. And how good does it feel to say I'm completely healthy?
It feels great. I mean, after all the hard work I've been through, you know, the ups and the downs, the trials and tribulations, you know, it feels great to know that I'm healthy right now. But you know, I learned my lesson. So you know, I'm focused and more shifted to prehab before rehab. You know what I mean? So I'm still in the training room. I'm still getting treatment every single day as if I'm still injured, just to kind of stay ahead of it.
Take care of your body.
Absolutely.
Tyson Anderson, you're also a graduate.
Yes,
what brought you back to play another year of football?
Truly just I didn't want my senior year to be cut short, and that was pretty much the biggest thing. I feel like I played well, but I didn't do enough in my heart. And I feel like I wanted to go out one more year with my guys and the people I came in with to go out with my senior year with a bang and play the whole season, really.
So Tyson, your safety, pretty much everybody is back.
Mm-hmm.
New defensive coordinators last year, co-coordinators. Defense took a big step up.
Oh, yeah.
How do you guys feel about this year, your defensive unit?
We're super confident. If you come around, we're a confident group of guys. We know we put the work in, we know we put the time in, and our defensive coaches do a great job of harping the details and staying on us when we play super well, and staying on us the same way when we don't play as well as our expectations are. So we have high expectations for ourselves, and the defensive coordinators do a great job, and all our coaches do a great job of just kind of harping the details and just keeping us humble and keeping us honed in on game by game and day by day in practice.
Now, two defensive coordinators came in last year. What was the biggest difference? What did they bring that you think kind of helped you guys?
Yeah, I feel like it was a kind of a different mentality. We go out and kind of attack people. We was going to not sit around. They kind of came in and they didn't have truly a scheme when they first came in. It was more so kind of how we were as players and kind of just defined our scheme as far as how we play. We were fast. We were quick, and we can play man-to-man coverage, and they kind of defined our scheme as far as that. So I feel like that was one of the biggest things as kind of a senior looking at it as kind of a upperclassman and a smarter guy on the team. And I just think they did a really good job of doing that.
So Bryce, not much in college football that you haven't seen.
Yeah.
What do you tell the guys? I mean, what's the message on that offensive line? You know, offensive defensive line is usually where games are won.
Mm-hmm.
What are you telling your guys?
You know, right now, I'm just telling everybody, you know, to remain humble and to continue to try and get better every single day. You know, I think that's the most important piece of this, especially during this time of the year, as camp is coming, as camp's approaching. You know, I tell them all the time, we may all have different goals in terms of our personal goals, but we all want to MAC championship, and the only way we'll do that is if we play as a fist and not just one hand with 5 open fingers. So, you know, whether it's me that has dreams right now of keeping my starting spot and, you know, becoming an all-MAC guy and making it to the NFL at the end of the day, There's, you know, freshmen that just want to touch the field or they just want to get second string. But at the end of the day, we all have room to grow, and we got to do it together. So that's what I tell them every single day.
Well, Bryce Harris and Tyson Anderson, appreciate the time, guys. Good luck in 2021. A couple of guys from the Toledo Rockets